In this video, I will teach you what algebra is and the basics of algebra. So let's get right to it. Firstly, what is algebra? Algebra is using letters and symbols to represent numbers. The letters and symbols used in algebra is called a pronumeral. In other words, a pronumeral is any letter or symbol that represents a number. A pronumeral is also called a variable. Examples of pronumerals are x, y, a, b, theta, alpha, etc. When two pronumerals or a pronumeral and a number are next to each other, that means that they are multiplied together. For example, 2a means 2 times a. xy means x times y. 5 theta means 5 times theta. Now, any number in front of a pronumeral is called a coefficient. That is, the coefficient is a number multiplied with a pronumeral. For example, 7x has a coefficient of 7 since 7x is equal to 7 times x. Negative 4a has a coefficient of negative 4 since negative 4a is equal to negative 4 times a. T has a coefficient of 1 since t is equal to 1 times t. Now, the index of a pronumeral is the power of the pronumeral. For example, a squared has a pronumeral of a with an index of 2. X to the power of 5 has a pronumeral of x with an index of 5. 3n to the power of 8 has a pronumeral of n with an index of 8. Now, let me tell you what a term is. A term is any number or pronumeral or a product of pronumerals and numbers used in algebra. For example, 2x to the power of 5 is a term. And if you look closely at 2x to the power of 5, you will notice that the coefficient is 2, the pronumeral is x, and the index is 5. Other examples of terms are 5a, negative 3y, 8ab, 4x squared times y, etc. Now, a constant term is any term that is only a number by itself, without any pronumeral. For example, 5, 9, negative 1, or any real number. Now that we know what terms are, let me tell you what an expression is. An expression is a group of terms combined using addition and or subtraction. In other words, an expression is a group of terms separated by plus or minus signs. For example, 5x plus 3y minus 2 is an expression with 3 terms, which are 5x, 8y, and negative 2. Notice that negative 2 in this case is the constant term. Other examples of expressions are a plus b minus 5, 3x minus 4y plus 10, 6e squared plus 5f cubed minus 9e, etc. There are special types of expressions. For example, a binomial is an expression that has 2 terms. Examples of binomials could be x plus y, a minus b, or 2c plus 5d. Another type of expression is a trinomial. A trinomial is an expression that has 3 terms. Examples of trinomials could be a plus b plus c, x squared minus 2x plus 1, or q squared plus QR minus R squared. Now, if there are two terms that have the same pronumerals, each with the same corresponding powers, we call them like terms. In other words, the coefficients of like terms can be different, but everything else must be the same. For example, 4a and 7a are like terms because the pronumeral, which is a, is the same. 2x and 5y are not like terms because the pronumerals, which are x and y, are different from each other. B squared and 3b squared are like terms because the pronumeral, which is b, are the same and they both have an index of 2. X squared and 4x are not like terms because while the pronumeral, which is x, is the same, the indices are different. 5a squared b and 9a squared b are like terms because the pronumerals, which are a and b, are the same, and the a's both have an index of 2, and the b's both have an index of 1. I hope that everyone has learnt from this video. If you have learnt from this video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.